Live Friday night, race number 3, FSBRacing.com, Winston Cup Aero 88 World Championship. And tonight it's at Charlotte, as we know as Lowe's night. Mel Mir Jr. along with my cohort in crime, Sean Reap. Don't fear the Reaper.
Come on. We're going to drop that one ever.
I like it.
Yeah, I've only heard it a few thousand times in my life. Good to have you back, Milty. Good to be back on a Friday night. Winston Cup action. Like I said, from the racetrack formerly known as Lowe's. In fact, we're running that version. It was Charlotte, then it was Lowe's. It's Charlotte again. Heck, coming up in October, it's going to be a Roval.
Yeah, my dad ran that back in the day for the...
Oh. Well, this is
for the Greenwoods back in the day, the 505 cubic inch Greenwood Corvette on the Roval.
This is going to be a different configuration than he knew of, but yeah, they're going to be doing that in the Chase this year, so that should be interesting. But for tonight, it's just the classic quad oval that we all know and love. It's a tight track. It may look like Texas, it may look like Atlanta, but it's definitely got its own character. It's got bumps, it's got a slick surface. I ran this setup Tuesday night. It likes to dart in the middle of the corner on cold tires. So look for everybody to kind of hopefully tiptoe through the start, get spread out, heat those tires up, and get in for some nice long green flag action here.
Wow, Bob Dixon on pole.
Absolutely.
The 143, he has just been consistently fast.
Consistently consistent. That's a good thing to be, really. And yeah, 143 on the pole. That's not the first time we've seen that around here. So good job for Bob. And you see Rick Johnson, your outside pole, pulling into the pits right now, practicing those pit stops. They're going to be all important like we saw last week. And yeah, he starts outside row 1. Got young Will Farmer in the number 2 car, making a great qualifying effort there in 3rd. Pops Margison on the outside. Den Francesconi, everybody's hero here at FSB.
Oh wow, heck yeah.
Looks like he's going to make the start. P5 qualifying. Folks, if you don't know Den, look up his website, sconi.com, SCONI.com. He's a phenomenally talented painter, and he does it all with his mouth. He's a paraplegic since an accident when he was a teenager. He can move the back of his hand, basically, and that's what he does. He has the back of his knuckles on the number pad of the keyboard, and he drives that way. And he's fast, he's consistent, he's clean. So we're so proud to call him an FSB member, and hoping for good things for him tonight. Doesn't tend to run the longer races because pit stops are his Achilles heel, having to run that way. But man, it'd be great to see some good racing out of Den there in the 16 car, and then 43 Rick Bisconer in 6th, Evan Castle in the Red Baron 55, the Big Cactus Steve Weber number 83 starting P8. Our Canadian James Bond there, Dan Jones. I was saying before the race, I need to get a counter for Miltisms when he says stuff like that, and just have it pop up on the screen every time. Yeah, so you got Dan Jones in the 007 starting 9th, Ed Finley in the 80 row 10, P10, and his teammate Brad Otto, Proud Marine, in 11th. Francis Stittman in the 00 will be starting parking and then come on up here with us, leaving that Dairy Queen car for a relief driver, I guess. Jeff Habbick in the 101. Smokey Sam Young, the league promoter and owner there in the 98. Newcomer Liam Tingley, 15-year-old out of Nova Scotia. Coming to join us for his first race. Having a little ping issue in practice. Hopefully he gets that squared away. Slim Jim Gately taking another provisional. Gets himself only 17th position right now, but he's got his teammate and main rival, Mark DeSenza, this week in the number 3 Wrangler car. See if we can find him on the track. No, he's not out there right now. That dog out there, though. So yeah, we got those two starting in the back, not turning a qualifying time. John the Dog Palmer there in the 108, another one of our disabled, for lack of a better term, drivers. Also paralyzed from the waist down, runs with a specialized TSW. Uses hand controls for the whole race. He's got a video up too, showing how he does it. It's fantastic that TSW was able to build that for him. And we got Brian Johnson in the 59, starting 20th. Milt and me are not running. Then Dino Francesconi draws the shotgun. Shotgun on the field start there. Alright, Sammy, you see that pace car? That's just for you. You've been bugging me to put that in there ever since I started the broadcast, and I finally got it. The custom FSB Corvette pace car, ladies and gentlemen.
Here we go. This is Lowe Speedway, Charlotte, whatever you want to call it. It's a very strange track. 1 and 2 are very different than 3 and 4.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically, it's symmetrical, you know, if you cut the two ends of the track, but, you know, cut it lengthwise, and it's very different. Very different entry
Drivers, start
into each corner, and then the exits are very different. It can bind up on you coming off of 2, and it can jump out free coming off of 4, and don't underestimate that dog leg. Those are legitimate turns. They're flat, and they're fast, and that car can get light going through there, especially if you're side by side.
Well, Rick Johnson was a powerhouse last week, and it all got away from him.
Absolutely.
Alternate pit strategies and things just didn't work out for him. He couldn't get back to the front. So
yeah, well, this being a 1.5, yeah, this being a 1.5 miler, a cookie cutter, if you will. We know the fuel window here. It's going to be 32 to 34 laps. If you clutch all the way, you can do 35. And let's see how many laps we're looking at. Got 140 laps, so get that calculator out. 4 times 30 is 120, then 4 times 5 gets you 20. So yeah, you can do this on 4 stops if you get it 35 each time. 4 loads of fuel, rather, 3 stops.
I've seen it done, but it's with the way these races work it out with the cautions and the big field, might not. It's gonna probably be a different strategy.
Yeah, I mean, we almost never see caution-free races here at Charlotte, unfortunately, because as noted, this car really likes to dart on the starts. Not of course,
that last run, like Rick tried to do last time, he's definitely going to be looking into saving some fuel.
And here we go, green, 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 and Bob Dixon leads them off in the turn 1 as everybody's being real careful. And we're through 1 and 2, nice and clean. Looks like everybody's looking to get single file. Excellent co-opetition going on there. Got some shoutouts to make here. We got at least 7 people watching, so thanks for tuning in, guys. I understand one of them. And let me go find them right now.
Oh, somebody up against the wall there.
Uh-oh. Where are they? I don't see it yet.
It's Francis Dittman, and he just gets going.
Well, Francis was gonna start and park anyway, so that shouldn't...
Well, he parked into the wall there, so... No harm, no foul, no blood. That Dairy Queen Dodge looks like it's going to be pitting this lap.
Alrighty. Well, there we go. Slim Jim Gately in the 23 tells me his brother Wayne Gately, and he emphasized older brother Wayne. We're checking it. Oh, and the 101 of Jeff Habik is around. That should definitely bring a caution out. And yes, we are under caution. Looks like there might be some damage.
Get the handling of that car. They just looked like they were struggling in practice, and still can't really find the sweet spot that U.S. Army Chevrolet.
There's some serious left side damage to Slim Jim Gately's left door there. Sorry, Wayne, I think we cursed your brother by talking about you there. Hopefully, oh, there's a major hood crease too. I was hoping that was contained to the door, because if it's just left side damage, sometimes with these physics, you can get away with it. It's the right side damage that usually starts making you tighter as the run wears on, but excuse me. With the hood being damaged, that could affect the handling of that car pretty badly, and it could be a long night for Slim. So I'm gonna backtrack and see if I can find that. Everybody makes their pit stops.
Looks like Jeff and the number 3 of
I saw the 3 of Mark DeCenza up in the wall first.
There was contact there, and by the way, he's running the 3 all of a sudden. When did I get the memo? I thought he was the 6.
No, he switched to the 3 this season. He just didn't have the cars already from Sam at the season start.
There was contact between them, and contact for Mark against the wall, and then Sam Young squeezed through there, and looks like 23 of Slim Jim Gately definitely tried to get through there, but was not successful without making contact.
Good evening, race fans.
Yeah, we got Francis Dittman joining us up here, and I've got the replay called up here as we'll follow Mark DeCenza going through 1 and 2 there. We'll see he gets in there. Looks like Jeff Havoc catches it, and they just come make little contact, and oh, Slim Jim. Slim was harder to the inside than I realized.
He went sideways and missed Havoc, but did he get the wall there? I think he just got completely sideways.
Yeah, he had to jump off the gas, and that got him loose. It's a danger starting in the background.
Take a look at him in cockpit here and see what Slim's seeing here. Oh, and hard in the wall. Okay, yeah, okay, I see it. That's what he saw. Oh, bueno. That's a hard leg for the... Left himself into a Slim Jim right there. But not good. For your last week's race winner.
See him running around now. That left side looks okay.
He made a great move to miss those 2 cars.
Yeah, he had to jump out of it to not run over Sammy.
Yeah, but then he got the wall. I mean, that's
exactly.
You got 1 split second to make a move, and he pancaked it. So hopefully, just they can pull those fenders out, and it'll be good. Still clutching under caution. Guys don't miss much.
Nope, you want to stretch every bit of fuel you can out of it, because now, 6 laps in, yeah, that 3-stop strategy is very much viable. We'll get back up to our leaders here. Bob Dixon, we got Will Farmer, and then Francesconi all running together.
Boy, what a great field we got out here tonight, boy.
Oh, I didn't put the pace car on the laptop, though. Knew I forgot something. Hey, we got Ken Sazka checking in. Thanks for joining us, Ken. pace car lights are out, and we got half a lap to green again, and let's hope it's a nice long green run.
Very loose the first couple of laps for sure.
Absolutely. We were talking about that in the pre-race here. This setup is darty, and it takes a weird second set and a little dart in the middle of the corner. It jumps down, and I think that's what got Tower, got Jeff Havoc there, as well as Mark. And again, if you jump out of the gas suddenly, away she goes. Pace car's off. Let's have at it again, boys.
Well, let's see what lessons are learned, but every restart's a new deal, you know, you just never know. How do you deal with that first couple laps? Any setup that's good, the racing setup is loose at the start. The way it is.
Nice.
Gotta drag the brake or back the corners up.
Here comes Jen down the inside. Gonna look at Will there in the number 2 car for second place. Not quite making it there yet.
Interesting to see what the 23 has here now, and he's looking to make the pass on Dino Francisconi. And does.
There we go. We got the side-by-side following Slim as we see what he's got left in that car.
Car on the wall. Car on the wall in turn 3 and 4. Caution.
Yep, looks like 55 and the 43 got together
Evan
there.
Castle. Great job by Brad Otto in the 31. Fresno native, which is where I live, Fresno, California. U.S. Marine. Bound off like he got a pair. And he did. He hit the brakes there and missed that. But well, we're seeing what we're talking about. Seeing these cars are a handful at the start. Especially going offline. There's Wayne Gately. What's up, buddy?
Oh, little brother Slim's gonna have a long night, says Wayne Gately.
Yeah, I've raced against him a lot, and I don't know, I wouldn't count him out yet. That's so cool.
Absolutely true, Milty. Alright, we got this for you here. Looks like the 55 just got loose going into the corner, and Rick Pisciner just had nowhere to go. A whole bunch of cars taking evasive action, as you noted. The 31 pretty much came to a stop on the high line. That's what we say. You see smoke, you get on the brakes, just stop, and live to race another lap. It's always good to see prudent action taken there, not to pile in. Meanwhile, we got some seriously bent spoiler on the 55. 43 car's right side can't be in very good shape, so this could make a long night for those guys. Tell you what, though.
People on pit road.
Tell you what, though. Wayne's big brother, Wayne's little brother, there, Slim, has won with cars looking a lot worse than this. So we're definitely still going to keep an eye on that 23 car.
Unbelievable sim racer, and never count him out. And
yeah, I'm starting to say it's a family shout-out kind of night, because today being the 21st, it is my mother's birthday and my sister's wedding anniversary. 27 years for her and her husband Pat. So congratulations, Sandy and Mom.
Awesome.
And Shannon and I just had our 13th on Monday, so September is a big month around here.
Absolutely.
Oh, in August I had 34 years, so.
Awesome. So we got a ways to go to catch you.
In August, I
Yep.
had 35 years in tile.
Oh, God.
My body's giving out, but I'm still setting tiles. So that was an anniversary, you know.
For sure. That's some hard work right there, Milt.
Yes, sir. Shout out to Visay Tile for sure. Mark DeSenza in that 3-car, just the Wrangler colors. That's just, how can you not think, you know, this series is so cool, representing and, you know, honoring the legends of the sport.
Yeah, the retro era. Yeah, 88.
Hey, look who we got up front.
Yeah, look at that. Sam Young up front. Looks like he stayed out, or maybe just took 2 on that sequence. Get himself up to the front. Either way, I figure we're going to go green in another lap around here.
Tower there, he's up in 2nd spot. I should say Jeff.
Yep. Oh, we had a few Jeffs around, so he went by Tower. Tower painter that he is. Climbs up those ungodly tall structures that you see all over the world, all over the
There's
country these days.
no way I could do that.
Me neither.
He's posted videos up from the top of those things, and it is not for the squeamish.
Are you kidding me? My
Lights are out
insides
on the
would
pace
come
car.
out.
Yeah, lights out. We're gonna go green next time by. Sam Young leading him to the green. Followed by Jeff Habak, you know, up to second after his little
Ed
oopsies.
Finley on point, actually.
No, I'm showing Sam.
Yeah, me too. I'm showing Sam up there with
Okay,
Tower
so
second.
I'm not live. How about that?
Ed Finley is.
That'll happen.
That happens sometimes.
Let's
Ed
go back
Finley
and look
is
at
showing, yeah, 17th.
Clutching away. That's all I hear is clutching.
And we'll take 13 out of the 140, and that takes you to 127.
Then Francisconi and P9 in the top 10 are quadriplegic. Man, I can't even talk. Thank you, Budweiser. Quadriplegic race car driver. Guy's an amazing individual. Scony.com represented on that hood. You've got to, you know, my coworkers as we go green. I talked about this guy, you know, and I work for Visay Tile, which is within, you know, 50 minutes of where he lives, or maybe an hour. And guys, check out his stuff online. They're just amazing. You know, this guy's amazing. You know, I mean, it's inspirational.
123's around.
Den does a great job there.
Right on him. Oh no, big crash there in turn 3.
And Den does a great job getting on the brakes. I was watching him.
Everybody's moving.
Caution is out again.
Got a little bit of damage there on Bob Dixon's car.
Yeah, it sucks for the pole sitter there. That's caught up in some stuff there. Let's see what happened as I missed that.
Loose. Just got loose out of the turn.
Going into 3. He just goes around. Jeff Habak does a great job missing him. And then looks like Brad Otto got in the brakes. 55, 80. Evan Castle and Ed Finley, they all piled in.
Looks like maybe the 101 might have took the air off his spoiler a little bit. Coming right up behind him, and hard leg for Brad Otto there. Bromba.
Yeah, left side of Brad's car is pretty bent up.
Another driver that we got out here is John Palmer there. He's an awesome driver too. And
yeah, He's paralyzed from the waist down, and like we said, and unbelievable story as well.
So here we go from Brad's view. You see the wreck ahead of him. He's trying to get out of it, and the car is so loose when it come off. Oh, hard hit to the 143. I mean, yeah, he saw it. He tried to avoid, but there's only so much you can do in that situation. Tough break for both involved there.
Well, it looks like we got Mr. Weber up front now. With Will there, he's still in second. That 16-year-old boy. One hell of a driver right there.
Yeah, he's been impressing so far. Like so many other sons of sim racers, he saw what Daddy was doing for years. And he wanted to try it, and he raced offline for a while, and then finally said, "Hey, Dad, I think I wanna race in that league you used to." So Bill Farmer came back and brought his son Will along with him. We're glad to have them both.
You can see Brad get on the brakes, and at 170 miles an hour, I mean, it's just thing started to get loose in the rear, and then he got off the brakes, and the car just veered to the right towards the parked car on the right there. Yeah.
Oh, look at Rocket. He's up to 5th now.
Yep, just staying out of trouble after the initial incident there has gotten him up front. Slim Jim Gately's pulled himself up to 9th. Yeah, it's like I was saying, if you have to, jump on the brakes, but you can't jump out of the throttle when you see something ahead of you, because that just makes it jump loose. So you gotta get the brake down while you're slowly coming off the throttle, or it'll go around. That's kind of what Brad ran into. I mean, again, not a whole lot he could have done about that coming in there, like I said, 170 miles per hour, and not a lot of room around this track. That's what one thing I don't like about Charlotte, one thing it took me a long time to get used to here versus Atlanta and Texas, is you just don't have room to avoid anything. And very little room in the groove to make any mistakes.
31 went in real quick and came back out. Still major rear damage there. Interesting to see if he goes back on pit road. If not, this thing's going to be a handful.
You'll see there in the inset, there's the back end of Brad's car. And
that thing's tore up.
You know, if I was him right now, I would be pulling into the pits and I'd be enabling stability control.
They didn't change tire or anything. Very quick stop there. I'm not sure there's a miscommunication in those pits. But
hey, we got the FSB founder, Jim Ray, in the house, cheering for the 52.
Up, Jimmy.
Yeah, we didn't make our pre-race curses predictions.
They're kind of late for that, huh?
Yeah, it's a bit late. No, it's not fair now that Slim's already damaged, and Marcus might have a little bit of right side damage. Chasing kids and listening. I feel you, Jim.
That's two daughters, all kinds of sports, all kinds of stuff.
Got 2 daughters about the age of my kids, and yeah, but we're out here on the right coast, and I got my guys in bed.
Look for these cars in the back. Cautions breed cautions, and get some damaged pieces out there.
Hey, Jim, nice to see you, man. It's awesome to see you here.
Yeah, Jim, just pretty much the final deal was made. The contract was signed, and Sam Young became complete total owner of FSB. And great choice by Jim to pick Sam Young, and years of working with him and helping him, and No, he didn't just sell a league. He didn't just drop it in somebody's lap. He gave it to somebody that he felt could deal with it and do it right. And it's Jim Ray's legacy for sure, and we hope to carry that on.
As we're back to green, and Jim Weber's up front with Will Farmer in second spot right now.
Bob
That's
Dixon,
Steve Weber.
point leader.
Steve Weber,
Definitely,
sorry.
that car is not what it was. Tough luck for him. Starting to spread out a little bit here. These cars out of the top 10 are damaged.
Rockets up to third now.
Look at me!
And we got Will Farmer looking for the lead. His tires might not be fully warmed up, so this should be interesting. See how it
Boy,
holds
I
on the
wouldn't
bottom.
do that just yet.
And Francisconi
Ooh,
still in the top
Cactus
10.
gets a little loose.
Racing hard and
There he goes, inside.
very. Come on, Dent. He's taking a look at Ryan Johnson right here.
Yeah, I was about to say Ryan Johnson was on the move, but now you got Den looking under him.
Oh, he gets loose there and saves it. And that's what happens there. Now you got a few laps. The tires are almost there, but at the same time, that's where the scary part is you try to make a move. You're closing your arc up on exit. That's where these spins are happening.
Meanwhile, as Ryan looks under Pops, you got DeRocket powering around the outside around Will Farmer, and now looking to do the same to Steve Weber. In fact, I bet that one's going to be scored to the 3 car as we watch for the ticker to update up top.
No, still Weber.
Usually takes about 10 seconds to kick in. It's
watching
.009,
live, so.
yeah. Oh!
Whoa, Will just got touched.
Woo! Good hands, kid.
Nice save.
Oh, wow. Seems like these 52 on the outside there is losing momentum and going backwards. Oh, and Slim Jim Gately
Whoa!
into the wall and into the 007 of Dan Jones. They keep going, but that was a hard lick. The Slim just turned right into the wall.
Let me go back and find that.
That was a hard lick, I think, out of turn 3.
You know, well, he was third spot now. Johnson moved himself up to third.
Brothers
Francis
Francisconi representing from Madera, California, about 20 minutes away from where I'm sitting right now, and that's pretty bitchin'.
So yeah, as I was saying before, Ryan Johnson's definitely on the move. And you're right, that was a hard lick for Slim in the 007. I got it called up here on the second screen.
Yeah.
Johnson to the inside, looking to the inside.
Yeah, as we go back and watch, looked like Dan Jones tried to come off Lowe, and him and the 23 just kind of met in the middle, coming off the corner. I don't know if Dan came up from hitting the apron, or if Slim got loose and came down, or a combination of both, but that is just not going to help Slim's night.
Yeah, looks like he caught the apron. That's how it is coming out of turn 3 right there. Turn 4, excuse me.
Apron's where you don't want to go, really, because it'll send your car.
Yep. Apron's not for race car drivers.
As Frankenstein likes to say, apron bad!
Mark DeSenza in that 3 Wrangler Chevrolet.
Never mind DeSenza.
DeSenza.
Ryan Johnson is on rails. 59
He sure
car
is.
charges the second place. We had not talked about him all night long, and he is on a mission.
Steve Weber in third is not going to trip. He's a veteran, a wily veteran, going to try to get in line here and assess a tire run here, hopefully, for it. See what he can do.
Leaders are going to come up on Brad there. in the
Meanwhile-
31.
Meanwhile, Slim is not rolling over and playing dead, as he looks to pick up a spot on the 55 of Evan Castle, also damaged car, and he's still in the draft of the 007.
Top 8 are running a draft there. Splitting up the second part of the part there is Sam. He's running up there.
Yeah, Sam's leading the second pack. You see him
Well,
there on the right.
well, Wade commented, "Guess not my little brother's night." And you know, when you're looking at one of the greatest sim racers in the history, 15-year history of FSB, yeah, sometimes it's not your night. And
It happens, man. Sometimes you're the bug, sometimes you're the windshield. But if you want to see Slim be the windshield, just go watch our broadcasts from last season. It was him and DeSenza in a dogfight to the end, and I think they both won like 10 of the races between them.
And this is a long season, and these races happen, but he's going to get it finished here.
By the way, new leader, Ryan Johnson.
Wow.
Told you he was on the move.
Brothers Body and Paint.
Yep, he's our Pro Cup sponsor. Another father and son racing combo, though Isaac Johnson's off doing the college thing right now.
He's like, wants to be like an engineer and, like work on real race cars, that kind of stuff.
Absolutely. A kid's going to college for engineering on an academic scholarship, so Ryan's a proud dad. I'm probably also glad at the same time to have him out of the house, out of his hair.
Very strong tonight.
Here comes the rocket. Sorry, Mel.
DeSenza doesn't like to sit in P2 for very long, and he saw an opening and he took it. Those two are teammates.
Wow, he just flew by him.
Yeah, I think Ryan probably just wasn't going to fight him too hard. Like I said, they are teammates, and Ryan's a big picture racer. Mark just doesn't like to run second. He, just like the first guy who drove those colors. We got a car around hard in the wall. That looked like Dino.
No, it's Den, I think.
No, it is Den. Dino's still going. Do we have a caution? We have a caution on the speedway.
We're going to see some guys going to pit road this time, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Folks, this ain't easy.
So here's what happened to Den as we switch over to him. It's like he just pushed up in the middle of 1 and 2, and as he tried to gather it up, Rick Johnson was right there. Not much you could do to keep off him.
Well,
Tough break for everybody.
See the pace they're running is pretty harsh. They're pushing very hard. They don't know. They're just now starting to lose some lap time, but as now we're going to get 4 freshies, everybody, a no-brainer. But right now, they're still trying to assess what a long run's gonna be like, and that could happen.
Yeah, 4 freshies. This is lap 34 right now, so yeah, that's your first stop worth right there. Basically, we're back to 3 tank loads of fuel to make it to the finish.
Exactly.
So we're 2 stops from here if we go green.
No rest for the wicked. Steve Weber all over the back of the 59 down pit road, and got to maximize here. Never rest. You can't rest. The only time you can rest is when that car stops for a minute. You may take a drink of water. Definitely can't go to the bathroom and come back and get in the car before they service it. I tried that once.
No, it don't work, Mel.
You can do it without losing a lap at Talladega or Daytona under caution. Absolutely, Jim
Wow,
Ray.
look who came out first.
Yeah, nice stop for young Will Farmer there. Jim Ray saying most nights are his, though, referring to Slim. Slim is the best. So
Absolutely.
It's true.
Actually, Sam made it out first.
Oh yeah, Sam up first. There you go. That's how far ahead he was. He must... Did he park too close to the wall and only get 2 tires?
Yeah, and you know, all his put so much work into this league, adminning and not just as a driver and a winner, but also as a winner off the track and being a admin and well-respected member in this league for his skills and for his how he does his thing, you know. So pretty cool.
Meanwhile, Rick Johnson stayed out to get a lap led, possibly indicating he intends to run this season for points, which should make things interesting. Obviously, last year didn't go his way.
With that guy, yeah. Guy's got more championships than Jimmy Johnson, you know.
Yeah, Dog's out to get another Dave Marcus point there. Meanwhile, Brad Otto should be our lucky dog. Slight change.
Lovely Camaro there.
Slight change to the lucky dog procedure this season, just to make it match up with the Super Speedway Series. Cars no longer have to take the wave around and get the black flag cleared. Instead, they get themselves an end of longest line, and the lap is manually added back by our admin, which would be Mark DeRocket DeSenza tonight. And that'll put all running cars will be on the lead lap once Brad gets his back, as the 80 and the 00 have both retired. In fact, 00's up here with us.
Yep.
So not the night Ed Finley
Dog's
was looking
going
for.
in now.
Yep. I expect the lights to turn off on the pace car this time by.
That guy up there in second, that'd be Sam Young, the boss.
Well, he'll be first now when he crosses the line.
Yeah, excellent pit stops for Sam Young.
This is right up his alley. We seen him win a race last year, and he can roll.
Yeah, got Sam Young up front. Will Farmer is second. And third place is the Rocket. Fourth place, Ryan Johnson. Dino is in fifth. Steve Weber is sixth. Pops is in seventh. 007 is eighth. Showing Dog ninth, which I know that isn't right because he went down pit road there. So, but the 101 Tower is up in ninth. Working lap 37 of 140.
Let's do a little side-by-side with the spectator cam and the in-car camera on Will Farmer as he restarts this race from P2. Show you a little bit of what these guys go through on the restarts.
Pace car's in. And boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys. Look at Will. He ain't wasting no time.
He still can't pass to the backstretch, though. There's more than 10 to go. And he falls back in line. Sammy just likes the high side anytime he can run it. Any excuse he can find.
Well, the two you got to watch out for right now is Rocket and Ryan, because they get together and watch out, man. They're going to fly right up there.
Absolutely. And as we saw with the field separating in the two packs, this is a very draft-dependent track.
Well, you know, the two Will Farmer, he's saying the right things.
He's looking for the lead.
You know, trying to learn, but he's got real talent, you know, and the whole package of sportsmanship and everything. And
look at
he's
that.
making a move here.
Clean pass for the lead on cold tires. And you can see how blazing that sun is if the drivers have it turned on going through the front stretch. Oh, you got, Squirrely? That's the first time you had air on the nose, isn't it? And
yeah,
Sam Young in the wall.
Oh, rock there.
These are all, you know, learning lessons of, you know, creating your career. You know, I mean,
Watch out, though. Here comes Rocket.
You can't practice this stuff only so much. The race is the race, and then all of a sudden it's on you, and you got to deal with it. It's always about racing the racetrack.
We got Brad Otto back on pit road. He might be retiring with the damage. Find Slim Jim again as he tries to see what that car's got.
You made it. Brad Otto, great guy, just great. Been here for years. Always a great
battle for the lead
member in this league.
We got the
Last
Rocket.
act.
The Rocket wants to lead again. And I feel like we've seen that car go through the grass once before at this track, haven't we? That's the colors Earnhardt was wearing in the
pass in the grass.
The so-called pass in the grass, but I'm sorry guys, that wasn't a pass, that was a save in the grass. He tried to slam the door too quick on Elliott, and he damn near spun himself. So it was still a heck of a piece of driving, but it was a save in the grass, not a pass in the grass. Well, you got Rick Johnson.
Sam Young likes to run that high line a little bit higher. Dino's looking for air on the nose down low, and he's got Steve Weber behind him. This is good racing right here, and this is really shows the maturation sim racing wise. And here goes Dino down low. Dino just keeps getting better with age, you know, like a fine wine. And we just, Friday Night Lights haven't been kind to him, but love to see him on the podium.
Absolutely. Heck of a racer. Great super speedway racer,
Except for once, he was on the podium, actually.
Oh, Towers in the wall again, and oh, did you see Slim have to catch that too?
Yeah, it's just all bad for the 23. That's how racing goes, man. It's how it is. Still just not even maybe getting close to the halfway point of tires, or actually not even. Looking at the last lap times, Steve Weber, his best lap, last lap. So these guys are hanging about 30.752 last lap for Steve Weber. And that is his best lap, being in around the top 5. So these guys aren't hanging about.
And meanwhile, former boss and league founder Jim Ray gets the Dad Joke Award of the night. He says to your comment about Dino being like fine wine, he says, Dino is vino?
Absolutely. We know Vino. Well, he is from the Central Valley in California, like us, and definitely there's a lot of grapes around here.
Somebody's off the pace.
Yeah, Brad Otto is real slow out there. I think he's probably got some serious engine issues after the contact he had.
Now Steve Weber taking a look with the draft from Pops Marguson. Oh, sideways in the grass.
In the grass.
Oh,
no.
Did he save it? Oh,
no,
he slowed it down. Great job. Great job. That's how you save a car. He got out of it. Wow, but that's going to hurt him. Going backwards there.
Uh-oh, somebody's around. Somebody's around in turn 2. Caution down.
He might have had grass on his tires. He come come back to the line.
Alright, well, we got the Pops and Dino thing here while I find what just brought the caution out.
Mark decision is your leader with Will Farmer in second.
Whoa, we got a little bit of an accident here with Sam and Tower there getting together under caution. But they're both cleared out. They're still going.
Yeah, in my experience with Jim Reyes, boss, you don't want to wreck the boss, especially under caution.
Yeah.
Well, there's what brought out the caution. Bob Dixon spun after the
before.
save.
I was going to say that was Bob Dixon, but I wasn't sure there, Sean.
But it's racing, you know, stuff happens, you know.
So Bob Dixon spun after the save by the 8 car. Now we're going to follow Sam and see what happened after they took the caution.
Bob Dixon, just another story of just...
Oh, it was Slim and Sam that got together.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, indeed. Well, the rule here is we're supposed to carry the speed to the backstretch, and...
$51 of 140. Still got a ways to go.
Well, you know, I think it's time for Slim to snap himself into a Slim Jim.
I thought you were going to say that.
Ding! Miltism. That's
well,
it.
You know, I mean, that's how hard it is, you know, when you see, like, you know, I'm sure Wayne's seen his brother win a lot of races, championship, almost, you know, but, you know, of course that was because he always, you know, put family first, you know, and this year or last year it was just straight up him, Mark DeCinza, and he was right there. What a great racer, but it just shows you how bad it can go when things go bad. There's that guy in that 52. What he do? What he do right now is he's calculating.
Yeah, I was going to say is...
What should I do? Okay.
What he do is he goes from the back to the front, to the back to the front, to the where did he come from at the end.
That's his...
Exactly.
Wayne says it's the first time he's tuned in to watch his little brother in a while, and, well...
He's a mentor, and on the track and off, definitely. Taught me a lot about sim racing and stock car, for sure.
Yeah, Slim's always very generous with time and information, knowledge of the sim and setups and what have you. Did the setups for the FSB Truck Series. We were just raving about the one we ran last night at Las Vegas. I mean, I called it a Cadillac.
That was awesome.
You warm those tires up and that thing just cruised. It was gorgeous. Got ourselves up to 17 watching now. Welcome, everybody. Let us know who you are, where you're from, and who you're pulling for.
Yeah, make sure you tell your friends to come on out and watch us. Want to get this attendance record up a little bit more.
Absolutely. We do this every Friday. We don't have any place better to be.
Brad Otto coming out. 1, 2, 3, 4, United States Marine Corps. Do you feel dizzy? Do you feel faint? Heck no, he's going to go until can't go no more.
Man, I gotta, I can't even quote my favorite parts of that movie. This is a PG rated broadcast.
Well, yeah, that's what we're, shooting for. So,
yeah, exactly.
I'm not drunk enough yet to say something stupid. We still have a lot of time left.
I was gonna say, the night is young, Milty, especially if you keep piling up these cautions. Yeah, Jim Ray throwing a little more shade at Slim Jim there, says, Slim's been racing since we ran on the telegraph line, horse and buggy sprint races.
Yeah, I thought he actually invented the Slim Jim, you know, but that's just a sponsor, you know.
And mercifully, folks, the lights are out on the pace car, so maybe we can start talking about racing and stop making bad jokes.
Yeah, no kidding.
Who am I kidding? We'll never stop the bad jokes.
Well, yeah.
Oh, that's an FSB Live promise, guys.
Actually, I need a beer here, so I'll be real quick.
Hurry, Mel, hurry.
Looks like the Rocket wants to play a little chicken with the pace car. Just like Dale Earnhardt liked to mess with Elmo Langley.
Well, just like what Kyle Busch did to Dale Jr. there when he had the pace car there.
Oh yeah, and Smoke. Tony Stewart liked to mess with Brett Bodine before he retired, and here we go. Pace car's off, and let's light this candle again, boys. Green thoughts, everybody, green thoughts. Excellent restart from 2-car. He is right on the bumper. Ooh, a little wiggle out of 59, but he holds it, and Tower closes in on him.
Slim there, he's all the way up to 7th now. He's making his way up.
Yeah, see, there's Slim Jim right on the bumper of the 007. I told you I've seen him, I've seen him do more with less on a racetrack, that's for sure.
Well, I'm sure that thing's a handful with multiple damage on multiple sides.
On the broadcast debut...
way up high.
Yeah, the broadcast debut of FSB Live, where I botched the audio, that was a race where Slim was in a wreck about midway through the race. He completely flattened the rear end of that car. There was nothing left of it. I had him counted out, and then the two leaders wrecked each other getting around the lap car. And who the heck comes along to win it? But Slim Jim Gately, puttering along with the back end knocked off his darn car. In fact, he won it going away after the restart, so... Yeah, just like Jimmy Johnson, just like Dale Earnhardt, you don't count Slim Jim Gately out until that checkered flag drops.
Absolutely. Rick Johnson making the pass on Evan Castle. Evan got early damage and still driving very well with a beat-up car. You can see that the Red Baron is beat up a little bit in the rear, and that's not easy to do.
Absolutely not, especially as loose as this was to begin with. Meanwhile, our front four are just picking him up and setting him down. The 3, the 2, the 59, and the 83 of Steve Weber are pulling away from Pops Margison. They've already got a 1.4 second lead on him. He's going to lose their draft in a second if he doesn't get a little help from Slim, who's picked himself up to 6th place. Got Pops Margison out there on an island in 5th, all by himself.
Great run for the venerable one.
Yeah, but he's going to need a push from these guys. Got to close that gap to 1.4 before you get a sniff of the other car's draft in front of you.
Really a little perplexed with the 43 of Rick Pisconer. I really expected more from that car. Maybe he's on an alternate strategy.
Well, he took some heavy damage in one of these cautions.
Okay.
He got up into the
car
wall pretty hard.
Good.
Pops is closed
he's in that group. They're definitely, their lap times are fading from the leadership.
Yeah, Steve Weber making a move on 59. Oh,
who's
Pops is
going
blinking.
through the grass?
That is the 007 of Dan Jones. And he saves it, gets it back on the surface. Looks like no harm, no foul. Though he might lose that draft.
Q-Branch told him to bring that thing back in one piece.
I told him to bring back a trophy or the wheel. You kidding?
Pops got by Johnson there.
Yeah, Steve Weber racing the 59 for position there helped Pops in the 99 closed that gap up, and now he's gotten around him too.
Even
Oh,
with,
slamming the wall hard.
Slamming in the wall. Even with that.
No caution.
Oh, that Francis
Wow, what a night for
him.
him.
What a pass there. Dan Francisconi gets by Dino. The brothers Francisconi.
Pops is having connection problems. He's
Pops is
working
blinking
on
bad.
Dino up into, or Dan should be up. Okay, it's still 8th place, but nice pass on his brother there.
Rick Johnson's looking to tear through the field.
He is fighting, man. Dan, like we have said, is, quadriplegic, and it's very taxing for him. This is a long race, and we're not even to the halfway point, and he's fighting. He's fighting one of the greatest of all time there, Rick Johnson.
Absolutely. Yeah, go check out Sconier.com. Check his videos of how he paints, how he races, and then I dare you to say I can't to anything for the rest of the day.
If you didn't know and you were racing on the track with him, you wouldn't know. Pretty much says it all. Rick Johnson does get that pass done, and but then solidly in 6th place.
We've got to look for the lead here.
Great run here. Long
Two
race
car.
here, and he's got the walls behind him.
2 car back to P1 around the 3.
Pops is really having a connection issue.
Yeah, Pop's connection is getting pretty scary. I know that's not making Ryan feel good right now. That might be why he let him go.
Yeah, as a driver, you know that that's happening. You can see, Brad Otto gets loose, trying to let people by, and hard into the wall again for the 31, and down pit road. No, he kept rolling. I would imagine he's probably going to park it here.
Yeah, that car
is done.
Back end busted up like that.
But that's a Marine right there. Well, he's going to get tires. No, he's done. So, Brad Otto out of the race.
Look at Will go, though.
Yeah,
wow.
Will had to catch it a little bit coming into the dog leg, but it looks like he's still going to hold the lead.
Oh, we got 4 more laps to halfway.
Starting to get a green flag feel to things here. We're finally getting these tires worn in on a run. And right back to the lead goes the 3 car.
Well, back just out of the in-care center, which was quick. Actually, he wasn't in the in-car center. We got my buddy from Fresno, California, Brad Otto. Man, a tough race tonight, huh, buddy?
Oh, she was a handful, that's for sure.
Welcome aboard, Brad.
Well, thanks for showing up tonight, man. Get them next week, buddy.
Yeah, we saw you shorten up the rear end of that thing, and I know how loose this was to begin with. Did you try putting on any driving aids, maybe to try and hold it down?
No, she was free all night, and just with the rear end damage, there's no way I couldn't keep pace.
Yeah, it's tough enough as it is.
Well, always representing the Marines, and Ben, and talking about the 15 years of FSB and some of the fun stuff we did when we did go-kart racing and stuff, man. I just wanted to bring you up. I haven't talked to you in a while. So.
Oh, it's been way too long, my friend. Way too long.
But it's been cool, man. I mean, that was so much fun. And that's what, being in a league like this can have, friendships,
What it's all about, getting together, hanging out.
Now, Brad went to Las Vegas. What was it, last weekend, Brad?
Yeah, spent the weekend in Las Vegas at NASCAR and got to meet a few drivers, have some fun, burn in the sun.
Awesome.
Oh, that's cool, man.
Looks like Pops will surrender.
All right, buddy.
Ryan.
Well,
he's losing it, man.
Glad you're okay.
I am. Thanks a lot, guys.
All right.
Hey, no problem, Brad. Take care.
Man.
All right, see you, bud. Just a
Glad they
quality
come up
guy,
and talk
man.
to us like that.
Well,
Absolutely.
I drug him up here, but he's a Marine, you know, so you don't drag a Marine up, you ask him.
Yeah, really.
I'll tell you what, those connection woes for Pops might play into Rick Johnson's hand, because I believe he might have his draft now. Because Rick was out there all on his own with his undamaged red box Ford. He'd pulled away from the second pack, but didn't have any drafting partners to catch the first one.
Well, Slim Jim Gately looking low on 007 there. Dan Jones, he can't make the pass. That car is beat up, but, you know, if you buy a Slim Jim and it's a little bit, you know, kind of bent, are you going to eat it or not? I'm probably going to eat it still, you know, so.
It's still going to taste just the same.
It's going to taste good, you know. And he is fighting. He knows.
And it's still going to give you gas later.
And man, with a beat up car like that, it's tough. But we got great battles all over the track here.
Yeah, Rick Johnson is just running Pops down as we ride on his roof right now. While we watch the lead battle on the inset.
That guy, Rick Johnson, oh my gosh. You know, I got 200 plus wins in this league. Most of them road racing, IndyCar, 40 Pro Cup wins, but how many times have I seen this guy taking things away from me?
Yep, I got to experience that firsthand in the Pro Cup last week. I thought I had him, but I forgot who I was dealing with.
This guy is good. So that makes me feel a little better. It's like if I got slapped, at least you got slapped too.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Absolutely.
Sam Young really close to the wall there, but the boss still fighting for her top 10. And Slim Jim's Gately taking a look at him, and the 98 is getting tied up there on that high line, and Slim Jim is still, the way he knows how to back off the corners, like he was talking in the drivers' meeting for the race. A lot of guys would have just had to retire this car, or it would have been totaled already. And
did you see that from the 99?
Yeah.
Right as Rick Johnson called me, yeah, he's going to move over, he's going to let Rick go. That's the wise move. He knows he's got problems. Our lead three continue to just cruise, while Rick Johnson's doing anything but, as he's now set his sights on the 59 and 4th place.
Well, he knows he's out of the pit window right now, so he
Looks
needs
like
track position right now.
Yeah, 59's just going to let him go too.
I'm going to step aside here for a minute, guys, and I'll be back.
Yeah, so things pretty much settle in. So let's see now if that second three can catch the front three, or if this is just going to continue to be a breakaway.
Well, you know, obviously Rick Johnson would like a caution here, but how about the young fella there in the 2 car, Will Farmer, has just been rock solid, and you know, he's been humble and talking about what he wants to work on in this game and his racing, and he has done that. And but you can't, you know, you can't will talent, and he has talent, will talent. Get it?
Yeah, goodwill talent. There you go. Yeah,
No,
I'm impressed.
But he's also a student of racing, because this is not real, it's sim racing, but you still have everything you strategize, you have to do as if you were a driver, except that, you know, Roger Penske or Tim Sidrick or you know, one of those guys on the pit box isn't telling you that in your ear. You got to do that yourself.
Yeah, you got to be the driver and crew chief and the owner all in one fell swoop there. But meanwhile, his teammate and someone we were missing tonight, Ed Fowler, checking in on the YouTube chat box. Thanks for
What's up,
checking in
man?
there, Ed. Sorry you missed us. What happened, man? Did you have to serve another warrant? Ed Fowler is, I believe, a sheriff's deputy.
Probably. Oh,
out there in
okay.
Missouri.
I got you. I thought you were. Yeah, I missed. Get another warrant is a lot worse than serve another warrant. You know. But we all have to work. You know, it's like sometimes I miss these. Sometimes, but you know, it's what we live for. You know, it's fun.
Don't look now, but I think Rick Johnson's catching Steve Weber's draft. We've still got them both on the side-by-side here.
And we are so grateful that people are watching, and the guys are, yeah, easy to laugh at. It's comedy.
Laugh with him, Ed. Come on. The
Gotta have
boy's
fun,
got
man.
self-esteem
Life is short.
issues. You're gonna give Melty a complex.
I am a complex.
Jim Gately must have pitted or something.
Giving me a complex. Yeah, Slim's a little off strategy here. And everybody else coming in too.
Everybody
Here we go,
else coming
pit
in.
stop.
That's why.
Wow, look at that pit stop. The 3, the 2, and the 83 all in. People, this is professional sim racing, and that ain't easy. Going from 170 down to 55 miles an hour down pit road. Will Farmer, what he's talked about is I want to nail these stops and eliminate the mistakes. He obviously knows he's got skills to compete at speed, but he realizes that these are pro racers, and this is where they are beating him right now. You know.
Absolutely, and he's been improving on those, and he picked up his first win in the Super Speedway Series.
Great job!
He made it off in front of Rocket.
Got out. There you go. That
no
later
rest.
pit stall helps.
All the way through here, you have to push the car coming out max, but without wrecking it.
Rick Johnson getting his car serviced now. Let's see if he can pull out with these leaders. He pitted all by himself. He did not have the draft for that one lap around.
What a great roll in by the 52.
52 rolling. Two cars off 4. And the drag race is on.
It's going to be close.
That's where he separates. Wow.
He might be able to merge in with this front pack. I think he's going to do it. He's not going to come out in front of the 2, but he might still be able to slip in between and catch the draft. Bridge these 2 sets of 2 cars, and we have got ourselves a... Look at that. Look at that pit stop. All by himself. Rick Johnson.
Wow.
Just showing... Oh, Descenza's back in.
Time right there.
Descenza back in the pits. Another penalty for the 3 car. We said it all last season. The Achilles heel of Mark Descenza in the past has always been pit road, and it seems to have bitten him again tonight. Tough break for the 3 car.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
He got bit last night, too, if I remember right. He was leading, and he spun out.
Yeah, there was a little contact in the lead last night. Yeah, in the truck race.
Look at Will Farmer sitting up front with Mr. Johnson in second.
That's beating a dead, Ford there with the Rick Johnson, but he's been doing this stuff for over 10 years.
Evan Castle there.
Yeah, lap traffic becoming a factor.
Yep.
Once it becomes race time, but then there's that youngster there in the 2 looking to put a lap down on the 59 car.
No, 59's going for the lead.
At 59 had the lead that time, but Will's got it back at 1 and 2. But who knows coming out of 2?
Yeah, Ryan Johnson definitely got the point there.
We got some races. Great job, and like you said, who's that guy in the 59? Brothers Body and Paint.
Yeah, youth versus experience up here. Yeah, Ryan Johnson's my age. He's coming up on 40, I believe, in a couple days here.
Oh man!
If I recall correctly, his birthday's October.
I wish I was that.
Yeah.
Then you got Steve Weber and
Especially
Rick
when they start
Johnson.
growing out of your ear,
Ooh, Webb catches the apron and holds it nicely. There was a moment there, but he kept it going straight as they come up to lap tower.
This is a long race, man. There's so many. All it takes is one mistake. Every single corner and apex has to be executed to win in this at this level. It's unbelievable, and that's what makes it so cool. Jeff Habit getting out of the way there.
I mistook Jeff Habbock's car for Steve Webber's and vice versa a few times at the start of this race. They look very similar from the front shot.
83 of Steve Webber doing what he do, and that is always consistent top 5 speed and execution. He's an amazing driver, and he started out sweeping the shops at Monsoon Motorsports with, Matt Watkins telling him, no, there's a little bit of dirt right there.
Hey, see, he took you to task on that before the race. He said, what is Milt talking about saying I was sweeping the floor? I've always been at Monsoon. That's the founder.
Well, yeah, because actually he was actually the founder, and he was, because he's such a great guy to look up to, he was admin for years, and
absolutely back to adminning in the Chicken Run series on Tuesday nights.
And now he is. That's awesome, and so glad to see him back. Awesome.
Yep, we love us some big cactus.
That's why we rim him in the ribs.
Absolutely. Yeah, we kid because we love here at FSB.
Yeah, during practice there, he was mowing the grass. Of course, there's no grass in Arizona, He said, oh, God, I love playing in the grass, he says.
Yeah, no kidding. It's hotter than, it's real hot. Yeah.
Well, tonight here up in Maine here, later on tonight around 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, we're supposed to have winds over 60 miles an hour tonight.
Yikes.
Well, you need to move to California, man.
Yeah, where it'll just, shake and break off into the ocean.
Yeah, except that, it's pretty expensive here.
See, I'm on the other half, Milt. I'm up here in Maine. I'm on the other half of the ocean.
You're like completely other half.
Yeah, straight across.
Ryan Johnson from just quietly doing what he do, and that is making good decisions and executing, and now he's in the lead here.
Meanwhile, we have hit the magic number of 20 watching, as Sam's always looking for. Welcome, everybody. And again, come on, let us know where you are, how you found us, and who you're pulling for. And meanwhile, this lead pack has caught the tail end of the 3 car. Now they're just going to let him pull him. Oh, what a save by the 59 as he got loose. Coming off 4, and we're going to go 3 wide through the dog leg. That doesn't work. Did you guys not see the All-Star race in 92? Oh, everybody's out of shape.
Oh, and he's in
Ryan
the wall.
Johnson in the wall.
The 59 car from the lead to the wall. No contact. He just had a handful all the way off turn 4.
Well, Will's probably going to kill me, but I'm picking him to win this race.
Wouldn't that be a party? But now he's got the best in the business.
Let's
breathing
go
down his neck in the 59.
Let's go a little in-car with Will here.
52.
And see what it's
52,
like.
yes. Thank you, Francis.
You're welcome.
Maybe we'll get the 52 here chasing him. Let's go in-car and see what it's like.
Let's see what Rick Johnson sees while he stalks his prey.
Yeah, it's going to get the air on the nose here a little bit, and it looks like he's going to try to work that outside line in here.
Ooh.
Because you see the 2 push up a little bit. He's trying to get him loose a little bit. This is a work in progress. You can't make it happen here, then you back off and keep the pressure on.
Will's doing a great job. He really is. especially holding off Rick Johnson.
Yeah, and you know, for him, he's going to glance him on the straightaways, but in the corners, you got to hit your marks.
Yeah, since we missed our chance to make predictions.
That one there.
We missed our
Here you go.
Yeah, going for the lead. We missed our chance to make predictions for the win before the race, but I'd say we should start a pool on what his max heart rate is right about now, racing Rick Johnson for the lead. I'd say it's at least 140.
He gave that up real easy, which is what you need to do when you're beat.
Yeah, they still have a pit stop to make. He's got to keep that car in one piece, bring it to the end. They pitted at lap 82. Yeah, they pitted at lap 82. I did the math. They can make it one more stop from here. It's 58 laps to go. 229 lap runs, which we already established. You can get 32 here easy. So if this goes green, they got one more shot on pit road.
And amazing, you know, Rick Johnson pitted by himself too, so that makes a big difference.
That was a master class in pitting.
Last lap for Rick Johnson, 38. Best lap, 34. So he is really rolling, and he has distanced himself. So a little curious is if he's. My guess right now, as we go to the line, now we got 31.02, so he's backing it off now. But he's probably going to try to split it in half here.
Yeah, we'll use a little bit more tire up there in the lead. And now he's got the air on off the nose, rather, so it's going to be a little tighter with the tire wear. So he's probably going to have to back it off a little bit off of Rick.
Coming up on lap traffic, Jim Gately's right there. So here comes Rick Johnson. He's going to try to put a lap down on Jim Gately there in the 23.
Looking at Dan Jones in car, going after Pops for a P5. Trying to work him here. Getting the air on the nose and trying to get the exit. He's got Evan Castle behind him. This is what you see as a driver. Three-way battle there is getting very intense.
This is probably going to help Will out a little bit since Rick's coming up on lap traffic now.
And Will Farmer has actually fallen out of the draft with Rick Johnson.
Yeah,
Just shows you how much tire Rick saved.
Comes Weber, he's going to try to help
That's
him
what
out
he
probably.
does, and the key is to save it early, because you keep those tire temps down. And easy, you know, I could blah 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 all I want, but as a driver, it's not easy.
No, it's not, especially when you see that when that lead's being dangled in front of you like a carrot.
Ed Fowler talking about Little Farmer has to be super excited. He has learned a great deal of patience the last couple of months, and talking to the guy who doesn't even have a driver's license yet, you know.
That's true.
For sim racing.
Yeah, in New Jersey, you get a restricted license at 17 and your full one at 18. The Pops and Mr. Bond battle seems to have settled down here.
Q Branch says we got to pass the 99 here, but they're said and done. His Pops run solid all night, top 5. That Scotch Blue Ford.
Will Farmer must have absolutely scorched those tires because he has fallen well off of the lead here.
That's how easy it is, too.
Will Farmer on the wall.
As a driver, you don't really realize how fast that happens, till you hit the wall.
And she's got a little bit of damage
See,
here on
he
the right
got-
side.
Webb was coming through and just a little bit of contact. Yeah, that waffled the right side pretty good.
Yeah, there was contact.
But 108 of 140 laps, we are now in the pit window.
Anytime here, looking at the scanner, nothing yet.
Look who's going to get lapped.
Yeah, I mean the 52's caught the tail end of the 3 car. I think he's probably going to be content to just hang there, because he knows he's got a pit soon.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what I would do, Sean. Just sit right back there.
He's got 5 seconds on Webb, another 1.5 seconds on Wilt Farmer.
Looks like the boss had some internet issues. 98 car. That's part of sim racing.
Indeed it is. Engine troubles for the real thing, and internet connection woes for the sim thing. And like young Will Farmer is catching back up to Webb there, despite the damage. Yeah, with 30 to go, we should see these guys hit pit road any minute now
Pops is
for the
pitting.
final stop.
He'll be the first to
Slim
many, I
pitted.
think. The leaders are pushing a little longer, making sure that they use it up before they get caught up with a caution.
I think Rick Johnson is doing the right thing, though. Just sitting right back there.
Absolutely.
That's
I mean,
what he does.
He's continuing to gain on 2nd and 3rd place, so he has no reason to push it any harder.
And he's got an 8-second lead, almost 9-second lead over Webb, so.
Well, and we didn't have a chance to pick drivers, so I couldn't jinx him. So
I was going to ask if you were going to jinx him tonight, because you did it last week. You picked him, and he
I
jinxed him
do
on the
like
fuel.
almost every week,
Dino's pitting. Sam's back. And I think Sam might be coming up here. Who knows?
I might just come in here. Am I allowed to
Aha!
booth? Am I allowed to booth? Allowed in the
There he
booth?
is.
There goes the rocket.
I
going
forgot
into
to change
pit
the
road.
password again. Yeah, Mark DeCenzo has hit pit road. It's going to put him a lap down. But, like I said, they're in that window.
He just said he was pitting, but he hasn't pit yet.
No, he did. He hit pit road.
Oh, he's already out? Okay.
No, he just went in. He might not be live again, Milty.
No, I'm live right now. Pitting right now.
Dog's pitting.
Okay, are you seeing double? 952 is hitting pit
Oh,
road.
here comes Rick Johnson.
Here-
43
Here
coming
comes
in.
Rick. Look at Rick Johnson behind. And, oh my gosh, that's just another Rick Johnson pit stop. Beautiful.
Mark DeCenzo off.
John the Dog Palmer in the top 10. Great run for the dog. My buddy, man, I love this guy. And he's a little cattywampus in his pit stall. Let's see what happens with the 108.
That's one for the books. Cattywampus.
Cattywampus, yeah, there you go. Meanwhile, the 2 and the 83 have completed their service.
Come on, dog. And they
They're
get
down
4
and away.
tires for the 108. If he can get a top 10 here, he'd be really happy with that, I think.
It was a real pensive pit exit for the 83 and the 2. They're not going to make up any time with that, I'm afraid.
Dog
Rick Johnson
pits out
coming
of
back on.
6th.
Oh,
Let's
we got
see
a
how-
spin on the backstretch.
It's okay for those guys, though, because they'll
101.
stay on the lead lap. That would really work
And
for
no
John the
caution.
Dog Palmer here. He pitted on a 6th.
Yeah, the 101 must have
Yeah,
retired immediately because I can't even
He
find him on
did.
the track.
He sure did.
Rick Bisconner had a P2 just exiting pit road.
All right, this time by we should
And we're
check
still
the
green.
new interval.
That Rick Johnson putting on a clinic.
Yeah, he has
Can that
checked
guy
out.
drive or what?
Man. I want to say a shout out there to that Ed Fowler, who I know has relatives in my parts and probably work with a cable company because I got
And
this
he
coach.
Wampus.
I got cattywampus.
Yeah, guys, before that pit sequence, Rick was 8 seconds up on second and third. Now he's 12 seconds up. So.
Well, that's just the execution of. If you saw that pit stop, if you could go back and see how he just grinded that pit road entrance, he has no fear. You know, as a driver, it's one thing to drive on the track. It's when you get that green flag stop, it weighs in your mind and it can mess with you. And but Rick Johnson has no fear. He's practiced it. We saw him practicing before the race, and he will nail those, or he'll live with it if he doesn't. But he's not going to kind of cruise in there. He races to win.
And he doesn't have to worry about making it this time either, as he's well.
Yeah, he was really
big
kicking himself the
contact.
last
The
week.
59 and the 99. Pops Markinson gets loose in front of the 59, and we got a big wreck. And this will be the caution is out. There's going to be cars.
Rocket was looking for that because he got his lap back.
Yeah, Will Farmer was looking for that because he needs to fix that right side.
He's going to be able to get fresh tires. What do these guys do? Do they pit again and lose track position? Wow. Here we go. Here we go.
There's no question that the 59, the 2-car pits again because he needs to fix that right side damage. He couldn't do that under green and keep contact with the 83.
Yeah, we'll have about 18 laps to go when we go green, so...
Meanwhile, here on the picture-in-picture here, we got the 59 and the 99.
What do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
Let's see what went down between them.
There we go.
Coming through the dog leg, side by side. Looks like Pop's pushed up. Oh, he just got loose right in front of the 59. Hard contact for both.
They had a close call coming out of 4, and they both kind of checked up a little bit. And then Pops that thing just wouldn't turn on him. And then he overcorrected and got loose, and 59 had nowhere to go, really. Once the car slows up like that, I mean, you're committed to the corner. You can't just stop, I mean, you left off the gas a little, and that's racing.
I love what Ed Finley put in here. It was the Russians that made you lose your connection, Sam.
Now, wait a minute. 52 is down pit road, but the 2 is not. Or the 83.
Ed Fowler just another one of those guys that have been a long-time member and
Finley.
And Ed Finley, but
we have 2 Ed F's, and it's very confusing. But
that entire team.
But I was talking about Ed Fowler first, then I'll talk about Ed, Ed Finley. But yeah, I am confused. So.
Yeah, I agree. Ed Fowler says, "Ooh, I would have gotten fresh tires." Yeah, I would get fresh tires, and I would fix the right side of that car. Will.
You got 20 laps to go. You can't do 2 tires or no tires. You're gonna be junk.
Ed, get your teammate in there to fix that right side. Get that crew chief to put the board up. Come on.
These are all the lessons you learn racing, especially when you get competitive. If I was a 2 team, I'd be really excited for the future here.
Well, he's not only an outstanding driver for his age, he's a very disciplined and a very, very mature racer here.
Absolutely.
He's really mature. He's gotten along with our guys here very well, and he's very bright and very intuitive, and listens to all the suggestions. You know, he's doing a great job, this guy.
Absolutely. We've seen a lot of, over 15 years, seen a lot of grown men not even behave close to how he does, you know.
Oh, he's still out there, and it's killing me. Oh.
Yeah, it's going to give him problems here because you know this track will just not only eat tires, but if you got any aero problems like damage, it's not going to help at all.
Yeah, 18 laps. That's going to be enough for that to take effect. Well, this might be another one to put in that life lesson basket.
Steve Weber decided he's going to take the lead here. I guess he took 2.
Get the Rockets up to 6.
Webb and 2 of Will Farmer, and neither one of them came in.
I don't know.
Hey, Milty, you got yourself set to away. I don't know if you realize it.
It's Budweiser time. Let's go see his buddy Weiser.
Must have hit the wrong button.
Yeah, Ed Fowler says he was running close to Webb when the caution came out, and that's true because they were on fresh tires. So he could make up for the aero, and Webb didn't have anyone else to draft with. If he did, he might have pulled away from the 2 car. Yeah, I've been in that situation. That aero damage to the right side around this track just starts compounding as the tires wear.
Boy, guys, when we're under caution here, I just want to say a brief shout out to you guys. What a fine job you're doing, man. I'm just so thrilled with it, and I got a little picture for you to send you there. 21 tonight there, Mr. Sean Reap.
Oh, I saw 20. I saw 20. I didn't see 21.
Yeah, I got the 21 picture. Yes, sir. So keep going with what you're doing, and we're going to be up to 1,000 before you know it. I'm serious. It's going to blow up. You guys are awesome. Really are. Thanks.
I don't know if any NASCAR 2003 broadcast in history has ever gotten to 1,000, but I appreciate the vote of confidence.
No problem, Sam. Glad to be up here.
Absolutely. I appreciate the help, Francis. Of course, my main man, Milty. Always good to have you guys helping so I don't go crazy trying to chew bubblegum and walk at the same time.
You do a fine job with that. Yeah, you do an excellent job with the technical end of this, which is hard to master while you're talking. You did fine job, sir.
Yeah, good luck if I was in charge of that. We'd be on a creek,
Yep.
Without a paddle. It's fun stuff, sim racing is. We're all big fans of racing. We're connected to racing one way or another.
Hold on, Milty.
Okay.
We missed the story here. That 3 car is back on the lead lap, and he is right there on the bumper of the 52, and the pace car is off. We're about to go green again, and folks, this is going to be real interesting for 17 laps.
And that car is good. It looks good, and you know what he's going to do. He's going to go balls to the wall to the front here.
Evan Castle doing a great job of keeping it down there.
Absolutely.
Lappers on the inside.
That car is
going to have his hands full.
We got us a little party under the lights, guys. We thought Mr. Johnson was going to walk away with this. It's not going to happen yet.
This is a professional sim racing league here. Nobody walks away with anything. You gotta earn it.
Rocket. And here goes for the lead. Rick Johnson on the 52.
To the outside. He's bringing the 3 along with him. These 2 went for the win last night in the truck series and didn't turn out the way they were looking for, so we got ourselves a rematch here at Charlotte.
These tires are so loose. These cars are so loose in the first couple laps. It's really hard. It's a handful to hold on to them.
Will Farmer needs a caution here because his strategy, I don't think it's going to work for him over the long run here. Too many laps left.
14 to go at the line.
Still P4. Steve Weber, the veteran, he knows what to do, and he's charging now, and he's got freshies to do that. But there's that guy in the 3, your defending champion, all over the great one, 7-time Rick Johnson there.
We stopped counting that man's championships.
That's just Pro Cup, you know.
Yeah. Ed Finley throws up a little programming reminder for us.
There he
tomorrow
comes.
night.
These guys know. These guys. Rick Johnson knows what the 3's going to want to do. 3's going balls to the wall right now. He's that's all he knows is go.
Yeah, tomorrow night, if you want to come on out and try this out, we've got the Winston Cup 98 mod. 10 years later than this is the 88s. So we got the 98 cars coming out Saturday night at Ed's house. Server 3 here at FSB. No password required. Come on out and say hi. Give us a try.
We're going to be looking at the 98 mod for this series for next year.
Absolutely. One of the things about that made me want to look at it for that, Sam, was when you're on the in-car camera. Remember they used to have that placard up there with the driver name and the sponsor and the car number and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's gone away in recent years. Well, that's there on the mod. So you can put the driver's name and their number. So when we're doing these in-car shots, the dog gets a piece of the wall, we'll know who it is.
Speaking of in-car, let's get a little in-car of Mark DeSouza, see what he's looking at here.
Will Farmer's falling back into the clutches of the 007.
I gotta take this guy.
We got a
Rocky on the backstretch.
They still change stuff up. Wonder whether these leaders will fit.
You look at the cockpit of Mark DeSouza, he sees the caution lights are on. They get that cross the start-finish line, slow down.
I don't know. Well,
what do you
hits.
do?
I hope
he 9 laps.
Yeah, this is going to restart. Well, here's what happened. We had Will Slim and Dan Jones going at it. Some of that's for position, some of that's not. And 007 just gets stuck in the wall. And Dino Francisconi, Ryan Johnson, Evan Castle, Pops, all of them just had nowhere to go.
It's a tough night here.
The 007 got up in the marbles right there, and he was backing it out, trying to save it, and those cars had nowhere to go. The speed differential is, once you're backing out, scraping the wall, then he veered down a little bit, and whammo. Rick Johnson on pit road.
Mark
Rick Johnson
decides
goes
to
pit
stay
road.
out. And Mark stays out.
Mark stays out. Everybody else hitting pit road. That's the move I would make.
That's an interesting move right here.
Sitting duck.
He's got Weber with him. He's got Weber to give him a little cushion. And Slim Gately.
But now Will might get a chance to fix that damage, I think. I don't know, with 8 to go, he might be able to get away with
lucky dog.
not fixing it.
52 on pit road.
It's true, Slim is the lucky dog, so he's going to be
He's
right back
going
in
for
this.
4 tires, 2 tires for Biscotter. Looks like 52 gets 4 tires.
And looks like the 2 car is choosing to fix that damage.
The 8 is out with wheel damage.
Yeah, 8 took a hard hit in that.
Gonna be about 7, 8 cars on lead lap, so Rick Johnson could end up at the end of that. Let's see how this works out.
Tighten those belts,
Huge
folks, 'cause
gamble
this
for the
is
52.
yeah, this is gonna
But
be.
he's
This
got
is going to
tires.
be wild.
This is going to be interesting for sure. I like that new pace car up front. What happened with that? Good
Yeah,
job.
I like that.
FSB pace car getting a facelift.
Yeah, the one you sent me was a little artifacted from compression, so I just went and redid it.
Thank you. Now you just got to load it on your laptop.
Yeah, I just gotta remember to put it on the laptop. Yeah, I got everything else, updated, just not the pace car.
wow, this is intense time right here.
We got
Yep,
Dog
it
ducking
sure
back down
is.
pit road one more time.
Thing's gonna go green.
Good seeing Dog Palmer out here again.
What lap is?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Somebody left the number 6 on that 3 car. He has to work on that. I'm not going to say who it is, but his initials start with Sam Young.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I've heard things about that guy. We gotta
Yeah,
watch
gotta
him.
watch him. Gotta watch that guy.
Rick Johnson still comes out P4 with freshies.
And young Will Farmer right behind him with his right side fixed and 4 freshies. And that damage is not going to slow him down on a shootout. In fact, it might even help him, might tighten him up.
These lap cars should pit this lap, being a lap down.
Yeah, Slim Jim pitted and he should be the lucky dog.
Oh, Evan Castle needs to pit. Unless he, okay. Yeah, he needs to pit, and he is.
So let's
Good
set
one
up
for
here.
Evan with tough luck. Showing what he can do. He's got skills. Definitely
Just no
at this
luck
level.
whatsoever.
Just no luck. Absolutely. It's just every week it just seems like he's top 10, but coming in
Lights
the
are
bad
out.
times.
Lights are out. And just to recap here, the 3 car up front of Mark DeSenza, he's on old tires and he's come back from lap down after a pit road penalty under green. Webb's also on old tires, sitting there in P2. He's had a solid run all night long. No mistakes, just lost touch with the leaders there for a bit. Behind him, the 43 of Rick Bisconer took 2 tires on that pit stop.
Big Cactus in second. Bisconer quietly up to third. Just
52.
a journeyman run for the 43, which is no disrespect. That's just a solid tactical race, keeping his car clean and reasonably. But the 52 is
52 has been in command all night, and now he's sitting there in 4th on 4 freshies.
And the 43 has damage,
And the hungry young driver in the 2 car looking for his first win.
Might add here the backstraight rule is suspended.
Yep, back straight rule suspended with under 10 to go here at FSB now.
I like that.
Will Farmer sitting there in 5th, 4 fresh tires.
But it could be, who knows?
Right side of the car looks good.
It's going to be exciting. That's for
So they can go to green and do whatever they got to do.
Come on. Come on, Will. Get up there. Follow that 52. That guy knows where the
Time
front
to get
is.
some. 43 looking to the outside of Webb, and he's going to fall back in line.
5 to go. Not exciting start for the 52, but he's getting a great run, and he's going to drive it in there. 43 is looking down low, so he can't make that move. Going to back off. Okay, he decides high line. Will Farmer right there, and Steve Weber pushing up.
Look at that.
That 52 with fresh tires is just smoking them. Get some. Come on, Ricky.
Oh, Webb's running 2 car
My
pretty
former
low through the
teammate,
dog
Rick
leg,
Johnson.
and
The go.
oh, they almost
One
made
of the
contact.
goes. We don't want to caution there. We want to race to the finish, but that's racing. We'll see what happens. He's all over the 3. What a run out. Wow, fresh tires. Huge difference. I think he's going to smoke the 3 here if he gets a chance. He's got to.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna.
He needs to get in front of him in case
Here
the
he
caution
goes.
goes out.
He's looking inside right now into turn 1, and he's gonna get him. Nope, they're side by side out of
Side by
turn
side.
2.
Oh, wow. Holding it on the high side.
Great job by Mark DeSenza.
Yeah, DeSenza
Up
gets the run
against
off the
wall.
corner.
Wow.
He's got the outside line.
Webb's trying to
is
draft the
preferred
52.
line. Great job. Shuts the door on the 52. I don't think so.
Meanwhile, the 2 car is looking for
Yeah.
any way he
Here
can
we
to get
go,
around
here
that
we go.
83.
Again. Side by side in 1. Rick's got the advantage just a little bit.
Oh,
Looks
and the
like
2
he's
and
gonna
the
get a
83 are
big
together.
wreck in the corner. No,
Big
ooh,
wreck behind them.
wow.
Rick Johnson makes the
The
pass.
race back
He
to the
is
line.
your leader.
That's the race
This
back
is
to
it
the
right here.
line. Here we go.
Good job.
Mark
Yeah, it
can,
looks like
Mark
Rick
can hold
Johnson.
him off 1 lap, but not 2. With those freshies, Rick Johnson will take that.
Nice
Yellow
job,
flag.
Rick
Great
Johnson.
race. Great race.
Great
Little
race
rough.
for all.
A little rough around the edges sometimes, but great race.
Yeah.
They say rubbing makes racing, you know.
Well, they
Well,
still
there's-
have to cross the line under caution. It's not over until it's
True.
over. You could always,
Absolutely.
you could always disconnect or internet issue or decide to pull into the pits by mistake, something.
Martin.
Yeah, or fart accidentally.
By the
Oh,
way,
my.
sneaking in there for back-to-back podium finishes, returning to FSB this season, we got
Dan
Dan
Jones?
Jones. Heck of a start to the season for Dan.
Well, I say this all the time, but he reminds me of me. He's just, he reminds me of the way he drives and his skill set reminds me of me.
Solid
Great road.
competitor.
Yeah,
A very solid guy.
Much quieter,
just the
though.
guy that.
Yes,
yeah,
much quieter than Milty.
Alright, so we got this queued up here as what happened with Webb and Will Farmer here in the 2 and the 83. Looks like the 2 was looking, like I said, any way he could find around him. Webb just went in low, pushed up, and there were contact in the middle of the corner, and it's on from there.
Yeah,
Flex to
it's
59.
racing. You gotta go for it.
Of course, you're allowed to do blocking after 10 laps, with 10
After
laps
2
to
to
go.
go.
So.
2 to go. 2 to go.
Oh, 2 to go. Sorry.
Yep. No, it's hard.
Wow, what a hard
let's,
hit.
let's see. Hey, Milty, see if you can get a few words out of Dan Jones this time if he does cross the line today. We try to get a couple words out of Dan Jones. He's a very quiet dude.
Absolutely. That's where the similarities end. What folks? I mean, you want to get a part of this? FSB.com. Come and sign up and start your sim racing career. It's
Much cheaper than iRacing, guys. I'll tell you that.
Absolutely. And a whole hell of a lot cheaper than the real thing.
Yes, it is. Like Jim Ray, the founder of FSB, said, whenever you wreck out, guess what? Next night, you can just hit drive again. Didn't cost you a dime.
Yep, these cars only cost a Shift R.
A lot of help get you here and to get you running competitively.
Best in the business, these guys. And they're so helpful. Everybody here in our forums are also helpful in getting you going and tips and stuff. And we got some seminars. There it is. And everybody giving a little rub there to the winner.
God, that guy is so good.
Rick Johnson, our winner tonight. Mark DeCenzo with, me showing what championship runs are made of there, coming back from that penalty, comes in P2. He gave it a run. Dan Jones, where did he come from with that 3rd place finish? It's like the seas parted for him on that last wreck, and he comes home 3rd. Pops Marguson toughing out connection woes and some damage, bringing home 4th. Slim Jim, check it out, Wayne. Your little bro bounced back for a top 5 finish. That's gonna definitely help with the points. Backing up the win last week with another top 5, despite he was pretty much a punching bag out there all night long. I don't think there's a panel on that car that isn't bent except maybe the roof. And he still brings it home 5th.
Here goes Rick Johnson. He's going to do his burnout. Going to try, anyways.
Yeah, I thought he was going to wreck it going through the grass, actually. So you can do that with 88 cars. You tear the splitter off these darn Monster Energy cars.
And there he goes.
So that's your top 5. Rounding it out, Rick Bisconer, Ryan Johnson, Steve Weber, Will Farmer. That's your lead lap cars. Down to 9th place, all caught up in that last wreck. John Dog Palmer rounds out your top 10. Evan Castle. Dino Francesconi, last car running. Then 101 of Jeff Habick in 13th, retired. Sam Young retired in the 98. Den Francesconi also retired in the 16 car in 15th place. Brad Otto with a rough night in 16th. Bob Dixon brings the 143 to the garage in 17th place. And first two retirees there, Ed Finley and Francis Dittman, rounding out the field in 18th and 19th.
Oh, I got a top 20.
You got a top 20 out of it, Bandit. There you go.
Hey, stick around for the post-race show, guys. We're going to pull up the podium guys, and have a little chat with the guy, with the winner and the podium. Great job tonight, guys.
Thank you, Sam.
Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Sam. Thanks for tuning in, everybody.
I'll run down there and grab these guys.
We'll get them, though.
What an awesome race, though. Awesome race at the end there.
I didn't have a shot at this thing. I got some damage on the right side. They couldn't fix it right, and it had pushed all night after that. I'm kind of glad the internet went off.
Yeah, we saw you take that hard hit there, and I knew it wasn't going to do you any good.
Nope. It was over after that. All by myself.
Don't want to be all by myself.
Oh, Lord, don't give up your day job, sir.
I'm also sick, so I'm even worse than usual. Yeah, sorry if I sounded extra nasal tonight, folks. It's, blame the kids. School's back in, so it's cold season again. So yeah, Jim Ray says he called it. Yeah, he kind of did. The race had already started, though. So I don't know, can we give it to him? Milt says we can. He's going to give it to him on technicality. The ex-boss called it. And there's your windscreen.
You tell that Jim Ray that's an easy pick, man. That's like 1-to-1 odds.
Yeah, for sure.
That's like 1-to-1.
Not when DeSenza and Slim are still in it.
True. I mean, anybody could win on any given night here at Friday nights. I'm telling you,
absolutely.
It's a classy field. We are so close. The sets are all the same, and the styles are all, it's really just best pit strategy in my opinion. A lot.
Yeah, I mean the end of race, picture there may say heartache for the 143, but the real hard luck one at the end of this race was the number 2 car, Will Farmer, and he had a gutsy drive all night. He was up front, he was leading laps, making competitive passes, making good pit stops, and it just fell apart for him at the end. But we knew he was there. He's probably learned quite a bit from this run tonight, and keep an eye out for him in the future. As my partner Milty has gone down and grabbed our top 3 finishers tonight, let's start with the Canadian Bond there. Mr. Jones, where did you come from? Dan, my man.
Boy, is he quiet.
He is. Is your mic on, Dan?
I'll interpret for him. I'll speak Canadian.
All right, we got technical issues with our third place finisher there, Dan Jones. But yeah, he snuck in there, stole it at the end. We'll have to credit Q for that one, for a little stealth gear. We'll move on up to DeRocket. So heck of a comeback from the penalty there. I don't know if he got nabbed for the exit or for speeding, but he stuck with it, got back to the lead, and what was your thought process there of pitting versus not pitting there? And do you regret that?
No, I probably would have done the same thing over again. The thing I was hoping some more people stayed out, but there was 2 cars between me and Rick, because I knew Rick would be fast. And once I seen Rick get to second, I kind of knew it was over. I mean, if it were 2 to go or under, I would have kind of maybe held the low.
Yeah.
There was really nothing I could do, But congratulations to him. He ran a good race, hell of a win, and it was, I should have put it, but I probably would have done the same thing. I'll do the same thing again.
You held him off that one lap. But then the second lap, just his 4 freshies were too much, man.
Good job, Mark.
Yeah, once he got to second, I was. If I could have held him with 2 to go, maybe I would have had something. I don't know, but once I seen him get the second pretty quick, I said, "Well, it's just a matter of time."
Yeah, that was still a heck of a run there. Nice comeback, way to stick with it. That's the type of thing the championships are made of.
Yeah,
Meanwhile,
I got to have a quick shout out to my teammate Slim Jim. That car was damaged probably on every corner, and he managed to get top 5. So.
I said it too. I said he finished
hell of a
fifth.
race.
Finished 5th with every panel but the roof bent on that darn thing. Heck of a run for everybody.
Congrats
Slim.
to Slim, man. He ran a hell of a race to get a top 5.
And then meanwhile, man, it looked like you had it under control, and then it looked like it might slip away from you. But heck of a run there, Rick. Tell us about your night there, Dent.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up, buddy?
Good to be
job,
back up in
Rick.
the booth.
Good one, Rick.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, you didn't have to worry about
Yeah,
fuel
good
this
win,
time.
man. Nice job.
Yeah, let me just say I'm glad Mark stayed out.
Well, the whole broadcast, as usual, was like, I know this guy. Yeah, this is my teammate. And just watched you work the situation there, and then when you pitted, we're like, oh shit, I don't know, man. And instead, it was the winning move.
Yeah, the whole race just seemed like every time I climbed the ladder, something just knocked me back off. I got into the Den 16 car earlier in the race. I'm not sure what happened. I'll have to look at the replay and see what happened there, but I got into him, and that kind of sent me to the back. And then took 2 tires on that one stop, sent me to the back. So then I started driving pissed off after that.
Well,
Hey, Rick, you took 4 when it
sometimes you
counted.
gotta do that.
Or 2 or 4 when it counted.
Yeah, it was 4.
Yeah, 10-4. That was the winning move there. It was awesome. He may have, even if I pitted, I'm not saying I would have got him, but that was definitely the winning move. But again, I thought maybe more people would stay out, but that was a hell of a winning job.
Yeah, and that's that was last week too. So not only you were pissed off probably from this race, but last week you kind of laid back and it bit you in the ass too. So I could see that. It was like, okay, I got to go. I'm gonna go balls out.
Yeah, I've been doing this long enough. I don't forgot about last week. That's in the past.
True. Well,
We brought it up.
We don't. Yeah,
Thanks.
That's what we don't get paid for.
Well, that's the way it goes. Last week you made a fuel strategy call. You had to shoot your shot, and then it was either going to work or it didn't.
Yeah.
We all know how
I've
that
lost
goes.
in 1 races like that, pitted and not pitting. So I pitted like that in 1, but I probably would have done the same thing again. I ain't gonna second guess what I chose during the race, but
Absolutely.
it was a hell of a race, though.
Yep.
Real quick, Will Farmer, right up there.
I was just
thank
in here for
Will.
listening. I wasn't.
Well, I see it in here, so I was like, "What's your take, real quick?"
Yeah, you
Oh,
had
it
a
was
heck of a
fun.
run up there. You were competitive all night. You gave it a shot, and then just had it snatched away at the end. But hopefully,
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I mean, I wasn't really sure if Steve got into me. I wasn't sure if I got into Steve, and he came up. He apologized to me. I apologized to him because I still wasn't sure when it happened. So no hard feelings for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a fun race. And honestly, I'm just happy I was able to lead a couple laps with the guys that are in here.
that's definitely a learning kind of night, though.
52 guy's pretty good.
Well, I mean, hey, that number 3 car
He pretty
had me
good too.
beat there for sure.
I think
But
you learned a
again-
little something about tire management there too from the 52, because once he got around you, it was sayonara.
Well, you know what? I had damage on my car. I don't know if you guys saw. I nicked the wall 2 or 3 times.
Well,
And-
before that,
Yeah, well, no, that was earlier, I think.
oh, you had damage the whole night.
Yo, just about. I mean, probably around the halfway point. Yeah, is when
Wow,
I hit
that's
the wall
even
for the
more
first time.
impressive.
So
Yeah, well, you'll be working on that. Yeah.
Well, definitely. I mean, I never raced this track before, so I mean, I'm still learning, definitely. But again, I mean, it was fun to just get in the lead with these guys for even if it was 2 or 3 laps.
Yeah, heck
I was
yeah.
happy about that. So
Heck yeah.
Absolutely.
I just
Great
gotta
run.
put a shout out. We had a great turnout tonight, guys. Keep coming out.
Yeah.
It's the best racing
True
in the
that.
world, and
20 plus.
any given
Anyone
night,
can do
anybody
it.
could win. And you got a lot of great drivers over here. One Rick Johnson won tonight, so you know got to get people watching and coming here. It's the best in the business.
Game's basically free at this point. You could get a wheel for pretty cheap if you want to get a starter one, and you could just go out and have fun.
That
Practice a
Mark
little
Descenza-
bit, and
Mark
then come on
Descenza-
out here.
Mark Descenza drives on a $50 wheel.
No, it's $39.99. Come on, that's what I paid. $39.99. I'm on my 4th year with it.
Dude,
Hey, good
it's
job
not
there,
the same
Will.
one from like
Thank you, Francis.
20 years ago, is it?
No, but
you
it's
to
the same
win.
kind.
Wow.
Right on, man.
And thanks, guys, for broadcasting, Sean and Milton. You guys,
Yeah, true that.
you make it exciting to watch. Win or lose, it doesn't matter because the racing's so good. You guys do such a great job. And Sean, you're a natural. Milty, you're Milt.
What about Francis, man?
And then there's Francis.
Francis,
The Bandit.
you're a
Don't
natural.
forget the
too,
Bandit.
Francis.
Oh,
Forgot
yeah.
about
Oh,
yeah.
The Bandit.
The voice of FSB.
All right. Well,
Good
thanks
job,
everybody
guys.
for coming out. Thanks for watching. Thanks as always to Milt Winter Jr., to Francis Dittman, Sam Young for joining us up here in the booth. Thanks, Mark, Rick, Will, Dan, if you're actually listening, for coming on up here. Great run tonight, guys. Tune in next week. We're doing it again. Where are we at next week, Mark?
Oh, Indianapolis, maybe? Yeah,
Indianapolis?
Not really sure. I got
I think Darlington.
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 Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
Oh, Lordy.
It's another tire eater. Should be another good show. That's a great version we run on, that SDT night version. Yeah, great track, great setup we got for that. And look for more great racing. Green flag runs, believe it or not, at Darlington we usually see. It comes down to pit stops again and tire management. So we'll be looking for a show. So
Cautions don't like to come out there either.
yeah, it's stingy with the caution flag. So once again, thanks for tuning in to FSB Live, everybody. Thanks again, Milt Minter, Francis Dittman, and Sam Young joining me in the booth. I'm Sean Reeps, signing off for the night.